You're gonna get this twice. Hello, I'm a dummy. I'm a dummy.
Yeah.
But hello, Facebook. We're idiots.
Hello.
Hello. I forgot to go live. Instagram got it. You guys. No. I came back. That's because I'm drinking an Arnold Palmer, one of those cheap alcohols I picked up. I went to ShopRite. I came back from my vacation. I said, let me get something to drink tonight for this because, it's going to be fun. And sure enough, I did. Now people will be able to watch us on StreamYard via Facebook. So anyways, here we are. As I said to Instagram, and now I'm saying it to Facebook and YouTube and all those good places. Well, and guess who's right tuning in? Joe Ryan. What's up, Joe Ryan?
Hey, Joe.
Joe Ryan's the man. And a bunch of people. So those quickly say for Grassia's sake, for Getting Tuned, as well as for Facebook, make sure that you're liking and following both Getting Tuned and Incredicon on both Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, all that stuff. Make sure you're liking and following us. Anyways, we were saying that Grassia, you are the guru of Walt Disney World, right? How many times have you been to Walt Disney World?
I was trying to do the math today before we got on. Before I met my wife, I've been there 4 times, and I was.
Can I just stop you there for one quick second before you?
Yeah.
Because I want my girlfriend. Before you met your wife, did you ever go down as a single guy?
Yes, I did. That was
I have to ask before you to do people meet at Disney World? I was sitting there wondering that. Does that happen?
Yes, I had a very fun week in 1997.
All right, very good.
I'm not sure there's certain things I can say publicly on here because of some of the people that I met.
They're watching?
Well, they worked for the company at the time. I don't know if they're still there. So, but I had a very fun week.
Because I just wonder. I was like, do people go to Disney World? Because it's funny. So like Dawn, she had never been to Disney World before. And we'll come back to how many times we were walking through Disney Springs, which was once the Disney Marketplace, which was once downtown Disney, and then it was at one time Pleasure Island, and Pleasure Island was like this big hot nightclub scene. So I mean, for lack of a better terms, I assume people went to Disney World to hook up.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, at least down there. I mean, it was a big Florida scene for the for the people who actually lived in Orlando. So, from what I remember, talking with friends of mine who worked for the parks, they would end up there themselves at night. A lot of the college interns and people, that are just there for the summer or whatever. That would be where they would go.
Well, and it's funny that you mentioned that because I actually knew a couple of people who worked at Disney, and apparently, like if you're, and I don't want to teenagers go there and they party. That's like, and it's employees, not as like I mean I guess as, yeah, it's an interesting place. But anyways, we segued on. I was just curious.
Yeah.
A little bit of Disney trivia. While I'm on the bus going home, when I'm going bus from Disney to the airport, I'm looking how many people have died. And Disney's very good at covering that up.
Mm-hmm.
So how many people have either died? They like to get people off property before they declare them dead, apparently.
Yeah, it's I don't know. I do know a few, not death stories, but I do know a few things that I can, again, tell you off air because they were told to me in confidence.
The secrets of Disney.
Which aren't, I mean, it's not bad, but it's things that Disney doesn't share.
But it's the internet, and everything is out there.
Yeah, probably. So then I don't have to tell the stories then.
Anyways, so Grassia, how many times have you been there?
I was counting above my bed. My wife and I have a couple of picture frames, and they hold 7 photos each. And every photo is a time we went to Disney World. We took a photo, and all 14 pictures are filled. And I was looking at it and saying, I think 2 of them are from the same trip. So okay. I'm going to guess with that, I've been to 13 times with my wife and 4 times on my own, like before I met her.
Wow. So and you go yearly, right?
We try to. My parents, are vacation club members, so they have the hotel. They got the points for the hotels, and if we can get a hotel, all we do is pay for our airfare, tickets, and food. So as long as we could get a spot, we make a trip. So we average trip out every 2 years.
Gotcha. And so when we were down in Disney World, and I just want to pull this up for everybody because I know, hey, Joe Ryan, what's up, Joe Ryan?
Hey,
and
Joe.
Say hi, Jonathan Busby, Denise. I don't know how to say Denise Himrod. There's a bunch of people over on Instagram who are watching us too, so thank you all for joining us. So you and I were talking a little bit as I was walking through Disney yesterday. I just want to pull this up so everybody at home can see this. This is why Grassia goes to Disney, folks.
The garlic noodles at the Yak and Yeti, the most delicious garlic noodles on the planet. I will say the other best noodles, and I forget if they're garlic or not, are at Ohana at the Polynesian Hotel.
So that's what I was going to go into. So, for instance, Disney World for you is much different than like Disney World for me.
Well, yeah, I'm not a big ride. I do like the rides, but I'm not a roller coaster person. Also, coming from my art background and loving Imagineering and how the park is made, I actually enjoy just walking around and just taking in what's around me there, whether I'm on Main Street, USA, in the Magic Kingdom, or on Sunset Boulevard in Hollywood Studios. It doesn't matter to me. But, I enjoy food. So there's great food down there if you know where to look. And when you were at Animal Kingdom, which is my least favorite park. But my wife, likes it. She and when we're there, we always try to find something. And last time or 2 times before, we went to the Yak and Yeti, and it was some of the best we only got appetizers. We did like 3 or 4 appetizers, and they were the best appetizers we had.
Well, that's what we did. We did on your suggestion. We did the garlic noodles, which were tasty.
Yeah,
of course, and it left a wonderful garlic aftertaste in our mouth. And then we did do the coconut shrimp. Simple stuff.
Yeah, but we did the coconut shrimp too. They were pretty good.
And you mentioned like about the appetizers. So I want to pull this out actually, because this is one of the souvenirs. This is not mine, but this is a cool limited edition, and Grassia is going to be there in a minute. I'm going to give myself the screen so that everybody can see it.
Yeah, go for it.
Check it out, the 2021 limited edition.
Oh, yes,
Epcot Food and Wine Festival.
That's
button.
Nice.
That is the limited edition button that I put out. Dawn did not get this because it is about the food and wine. She's a Robin Hood fan, so
yes.
So that's why she got that. But so you're talking about like the sampling. That's really what goes on at that Food and Wine Festival.
Well, the Food and Wine Festival, yeah, you can not just it's throughout the worlds, but they also have little kiosks set up, and for $5, if you're into alcohol, you can get a nice glass of wine or a beer or something from another country, or you get to try different foods from different countries. And
is the beer really from another country, or the alcohol? I mean, vodka's vodka, right?
Look, I don't drink. I don't know. But what I like to do is when we go, and we usually go to the Food and Wine Festival, and we do have a trip planned in November. Hopefully everything goes well with that.
Yeah.
But the Food and Wine Festival will still be going on, and we like to take a night and just kind of leisurely stroll through the worlds. And if something looks interesting, we'll stop, we'll get it, we'll split it, or whatever. It's a fun time. I really enjoy the Food and Wine Festival for that.
There are a lot of, and I mean, I guess I was looking at it through the Grassia lens this round, but there are a lot of places to get food down.
Oh yeah, totally.
Which is kind of fun.
Oh yeah.
Because we tried a couple of new things. We had some duck. I had some duck down in Disney Springs, and I can't tell you the last time I ate duck.
Yeah, no, me neither. Well, actually, yeah, no, I remember when it was.
It was tasty though. It was good. It was good. And then it's funny. Then we're walking around the park and we see all the ducks. I'm like, I wonder if this is where the restaurant gets their duck from. And then we went to a restaurant. But I mean, there's really a variety of food. I mean, you can get burgers, and hot dogs everywhere, chicken strips.
Yeah.
We tried over in Adventureland. They had like these they were spring rolls, but they had a buffalo chicken one.
Oh.
And they also had a cheeseburger one. So it was $10. You got 2 spring rolls. It was two of the same one. So we just bought both kinds. We tried them both. The cheeseburger one was much better, and it came with like a mac sauce for dipping.
Oh, nice. I don't know if we've tried them yet. I know we've been wanting to try that, but that's over by the Pirates, I believe, right?
Well, it's more closer to the Swiss. It's like right before you actually enter it, by where the bridge is.
Okay.
So, yeah, it was cool. It was fun.
Yeah.
Satanic Supremacy. How are you doing? He's over there on Instagram. Is that what? Who's fan? Who are you from? I sound like Marty now. Who are you? Satanic Supremacy 87. Hello. Yeah. So no, Disney was cool. You before we came on the air, you were showing me some memorabilia. What is that little thing that you have there?
Well, here's something. This was from my very first trip in 1983. And I got to fix the mouth a little bit, but it is a hand puppet of Figment. They don't make these anymore.
There's not a lot of Figment merchandise. We went into the Journey to Imagination.
Yeah, no, they don't put a lot up, but they usually use him as a mascot on Food and Wine and some of those events that happen, like the flower and garden shows and stuff. But yeah, I mean, I had this and a Mickey one. And even though it was technically Epcot's opening year, Epcot opened in October 1982.
Mm-hmm.
And we went in February 1983. So it was still Epcot's opening year. And I got this Figment and I got a Mickey Mouse. And the Mickey Mouse got lost somewhere on my travels. But yeah, no, so I have this. And he sits on a mannequin hand that I got. And pardon me that he gives the finger, but it's the way to hold Figment.
What do you mean he gives his finger? Like
the way I have the mannequin. The mannequin hand, I have it set up like he's like the mannequin hand giving you the finger. It's so that I can get Figment's head to stand up, you know. But yeah, so he sits in the back of my suit. But this is the oldest Disney item I own. I do have tons of other things. I've recently picked this up if I can grab it.
We need. I was just thinking. We're sitting here showing off things. What we need to do is we should do because I have like a cool. Let me give you the screen.
Yeah. Okay.
Hold on. Oh,
that's you.
That's me. Nobody wants to see me. Maybe they do. Look at that. There we are.
So I recently got this sometime during the pandemic. My wife ordered it for me.
And that's from Disney.
That's from this is from Fantasia. It's not a Disney World item, but I collect a lot of Disney items. I mean, I've sent you some pictures, but yeah, I got Scrooge. Scrooge is my favorite Disney character. I got a Scrooge McDuck snow globe over here. I actually got a Scrooge McDuck mask.
There's a picture of Grassia's workshop. Those of you who are watching over on Instagram, if you go to YouTube or Facebook, you can see some of these pictures. I'm sorry.
And actually, if you look, what Mario and Dino are standing on are the 9 Old Men flip book collector sets.
Okay.
So I could pull out a flip book and find like Ollie Johnson's work, let's say on 101 Dalmatians, whatever, and I could see a little piece. I actually got a bunch of Disney flip books somewhere here. If I go over there, I got books on Imagineering, posters. I got my Walt Disney, the history, like Disney books behind me, the Disney sketchbook. I keep this book. I actually put out a lot of my go-to books. And this is a book I look through a lot for inspiration.
You bought that at the park?
I bought this at the park, yes.
See, because it's funny that you mentioned about that. So 2 things I was looking for at the park. Mm-hmm. I was looking for books. Mm-hmm. And there was one book at the hotel that they had. And then I was looking for music. Because you used to be able to go there, to some extent they used to have DVDs. I have a Christmas VHS, Christmas at Walt Disney World in the clamshell that I picked up when I went there. But they don't have books, and they don't. I thought like they would have like at least like the vinyl records. Like everybody's into vinyl now. I was looking for the Guardians too. I need that, guys.
I will tell you right now. You go to Disney Springs, you go to the World of Disney, and
they did not have it. They did
Didn't
not
have anything. There, if you can't find anything in the parks, you go to Disney Springs, and the World of Disney store should have it. That's the biggest store there, and they have so much stuff.
But the thing is, every store has the same thing for the most part.
Oh, a lot, yeah.
It's like, oh, cool. I want to have socks with Stitch on them. Okay, cool. They're But the other cool thing, and we're talking, we need to do a whole show on like Disney memorabilia from Disney.
Yeah.
Because I'm thinking about this. So for a lot of people, and so my girlfriend Dawn, she this was her first time, so she got the first visit by it. World of Disney. Joe Ryan, just so you know too, because he says World of Disney. I'm totally hunting that down, Joe. The one thing, and I have to tell you with merchandise, is that you need. Like, they don't do a lot. Like, they do some mail order, but it's a pain in the butt. And I'll tell you a story about that in a moment. But it's a pain in the butt to do the mail order through Disney World. They do it for some items. Otherwise, it's really, really difficult.
When you purchase a large order, Disney ships from a store for either between $10 and $40.
Well, no, right? I mean, I'm going to bet you on. I'm going to even change that. It's not even about when you purchase from a store. If you're staying on property. Because last night I asked, because I'm going to show you the thing I purchased. You bring like all your crap down that you bought, all your swag, and they'll box it up at the hotel for you. You don't even have to do it store by store. They will do it that way. And she told me it's based on dollar amount how they charge. So like $100 would be like you spend $100 and it's going to be $17 to ship.
Okay.
That's how they were doing it. So at least that's what she told me.
All right, that might be new from the last time I was down there,
But I want to go back. So they have these buttons, and you probably have a bunch of these. This was Dawn's.
I got a few. Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. I was gonna get one for our friend Marty, and it was gonna be a celebrating one. And you and I know what we were gonna write celebrating on that one. But that would have been funny, right?
He would have cracked up. He would have laughed at that.
But so and I got to dig them out there somewhere here in my archives. But they used to do a lot of cool buttons like these down there, and I have one from like DuckTales. I have one from the Mickey Mouse Club upstairs, with my Mickey Mouse Club stuff. So there's a lot. They used to do that, but now the big thing, as everybody knows, are these guys. And I showed the other one.
Oh yeah.
And
hold on, let me ask you this, because you told me in high school you worked for the Disney store.
I did.
Excuse me. So did I. Do you still have your buttons from the Disney store? I still have my watch and buttons from the Disney store.
I have the round buttons. I have ones like some of the Disney afternoon ones. But here's a cool things that people like Disneyana. So this button here, I'm gonna give myself the full screen again, just because this is really tiny.
Yeah, I can see.
It's really tiny. This is.
Oh, very nice.
You know what that is from?
101 Dalmatians, right?
Well, I know it's from 101 Dalmatians.
I can't. I can't tell.
So the purpose of this button in particular. So if you work retail, everybody remembers. Oh, we're supposed to get secret shopped today, or this. They're secret shopping, so they're going to be in here in the next 2 weeks. And it's like undercover agent time. So at the Disney store, if you got 100 on your secret shop, it was 101. And if you were one of the employees that was there the day,
that's cool. Yeah,
you would get the 101 button that you would wear on your sweater. I have pictures of me in that stupid sweater somewhere.
I do too somewhere. But I gotta say this. I wish I knew we were talking pins. I don't have it out because I have a burlap like strip down my closet door of Disney pins and pins from other companies and stuff. But
you mean like the buttons?
Yeah. Well, not that, the pins, the actual pins.
I think I have still a bunch. I have stuff.
Not the last time I went a week before the pandemic started and everything shut down. The last time I went, but the year before that, excuse me, my wife and I went and we stayed at the Art of Animation. And if you're going to stay at the Art of Animation, guys, do not stay where we stayed in the Little Mermaid rooms. Although they're really cool looking, they're the furthest away to get to the entrance, to get to the buses.
I had a kick-ass spot. I was at I was at movies, and I was in the 101 Dalmatians right next to the bus station.
See, that's great. But they do the, you know, they move the drawing, the how to draw like Disney character things they would do. And I would go to them just for fun when we wanted a little break, and I'd sit and I'd just sketch, right? Yeah. I got to be on, well, I don't know if I ever was, but they did a recording for like the theme park, like to do advertisements, right? And they give a special pin, a special goofy pin as a director holding a camera. And if
for
you
what? To be on,
if you get in the film, or if you just being recorded for signing the waiver.
And you mean like one of these, like the park pin?
Yeah, well, no, yeah, like that. So I got one of those somewhere. We also got some really cool pins. I don't know if you've ever done these, but when you go down, they were doing a lot of different types of tours that you can sign up for.
They had tours, and we could talk about the controversy of some of the tours. My thoughts on that.
And we've done a bunch. We've done like all but like 2.
Yeah.
And you know, they give you special pins at the end too. So those are
really,
the pins are very
but you have to pay for the tour, right?
Yeah, you pay for the tour, but like if you've never been on the tour, like we did the Keys to the Kingdom, so they give us a little like key looking pin. So there's Disney does a lot with their pins to make them special and make them exclusive to people that do certain things down there. So like we went on this one.
You know what I want to say about the pins though too. It's because like at the hotel, they're like, oh, we're gonna have pin trading, right? And you listen, and maybe I'm wrong, maybe I'm right. I have no idea, but you know, nobody's trading good pins, right?
It's hard to find good pins. You gotta be collecting sets to really find. You know, otherwise it's just because Janine collects pins more than I do. And we actually have put together. Like one of the things that we've done is we'll go out and get canvas, a canvas, you know, and we'll paint it a color, and we'll then put the pins in a pattern throughout. And we've done a few in shadow boxes and stuff. But you know, you got to find the really, really cool looking sets. You know, having just a pin here and a pin there.
Well, that's the thing is, and there are. Like for me, I'm a Muppet fan, so like and my parents bought this. They went like 2 years ago, pre-pandemic, and they bought this for me. This is not a rare pin. Yeah, like there's plenty of these around. You know what I did see, and I didn't buy it because I'm like, do I want to spend $10 on a pin? And maybe I don't know. They had a Gummy Bears pin, and it has the whole gang on it.
Oh, I don't know if I have that.
It's the first time I've seen it. Disney Afternoon wise, they had that. They had Gadget. From Rescue Rangers, they had a Tailspin pin. Yeah, and then there's a Darkwing Duck one, but I've seen that the Gadget and Darkwing I've seen around. There was a Goofy movie set of 4, but it was the logo. It was the it was something about Powerline. It was one of Max as Powerline, and then the Leaning Tower of Cheesa or something like that. It was there. I was tempted, and it was like they're not that exciting. Yeah. So I didn't do that. It's because like you're saying, like pin. I like the way I look at the pins. Like they have to speak to me.
And that's the same thing with me. I don't go crazy over them. You know, we were in the Disney store. Where was it at? Where was it? What's up by you? The shopping center. The
Woodbury Commons.
Woodbury Commons. Yeah, we were up at Woodbury Commons a few months ago, and we went into the Disney store. And there was a pin there, and I forgot what I bought. It's put away, but there was something that was like, "Wow, I just need this." When I saw it, you know, and I remember getting that. We got a lot of cool stuff there that day.
Yeah, I found 2 pins that were kind of cool. That I ended up like the Gummy Bears. I was tempted, and then I actually saw Dr. Facilier, and I was like, "Nah, I'm not gonna get it." Yeah, you know, and I didn't buy. I actually this is the first time I went to Disney that I came back without a pin. Usually, I buy a pin.
The one thing I always make sure to buy when I'm down there is a hat. I always look for a new Disney hat.
But what I will show is like I do have a couple of cool pins, like this one. But again, these speak to me. The last time I was at Disney, the last time I was officially at Disney for the parks, I got this pin, which was an exclusive.
Hold on. Oh, that's really nice.
2018. It was Sam Eagle, because at that point in time they were doing the Great Muppet Moments in History.
Yeah.
And so that was that. And then the very, it wasn't for Disney, and this isn't even a Disney pin, but I put it on my little stupid lanyard thing here, because I was at the MMC 30.
Oh yes, yes.
But here, and actually, I'll do this. So, because and I know you don't have your pins out, but these are the pins that speak to me, and some of them obviously, and I have my Dalmatian one on there, but obviously I have a Muppet Vision 3D.
Yeah, I got one of those.
Out. And then at that time, there were more Muppet pins. So I have a Gonzo.
Raise it up a little bit. Okay, that's nice. I like that.
And Rizzo.
That's nice.
And then and you see they give you like free pins like Minnie Mouse. But I got this one obviously because I went to high school and knew him in high school, Sebastian. And then of course this is prior to meeting him, but you'll appreciate this one because again, a character who is very near and dear to my heart, and I have so many great stories about this man. My favorite.
Roger. Yes, I have a Roger. Actually, on one of those pictures I sent you, I don't know if you can see him. Above my, on my drawing table, it's on top of a few things. On top of a paper sorter.
Hold on, me.
It's the one with Fievel from American Tail.
Fievel.
Yes, I donated to. Don Bluth was doing a Kickstarter or something a while back for Dragon's Lair, and I donated to it, and that was one of my rewards. I got an autographed Don Bluth Fievel piece. So that hangs like in the center of my drawing table, but there's a right below it is a paper sorter that I have, and on top it's all Disney characters and stuff there, and there's a Roger Rabbit, old school Roger Rabbit.
You have the Star Tours vehicle too.
Yep, got the Star Tours. I got the Mickey and the Train. There's Oswald in there. Little those mini, the Steamboat Willie Mickey there. Those mini things, and I also have the Partners statue next to it. It's very tiny.
Those are like blind bags down.
Yeah, my wife and I collected those for a long time. We have so many extras of those.
Well, I was looking at those and I was like,
no, like old school. But you know what? You could go there with open and trade them. They behind the counter in like the World of Disney or the Disney Toys.
Really?
They have a box, and you can go in and do trading. So
interesting.
Yeah.
I did not know that. So
we don't do it anymore, but when we were collecting that stuff, we'd bring a little Ziploc bag and just
that's this. We're sitting here talking about Disney merchandise, right? At Disney World. Like, you know what? There was a lot of crap to buy. You and I were talking about.
Oh my God, yes.
like who the hell wants? I mean, maybe if you are, your kid does like the Little Mermaid with like bubbles coming out of her head, like.
Oh, and we talked about it, but I did say the bubble makers are huge. They're huge for the little kids. I have 5 nephews. The youngest one is 6 right now, and I think he had a Buzz Lightyear one. He loved it even when he came back. But my other nephews, when they were younger, they enjoyed them too.
So I want to show you what I spent some money on. I got something cool. It's a
little nervous to see this.
No, this is great. Listen, I got this down in Disney Springs, although it was available at the Disney Studios. But this is my main reason. I'll give you guys a little hint. We've got to be quiet because I don't know if we can hear it, but I'll give you some clues. I didn't open it yet. It got a little beat up in the plane ride back because it's effing huge. But Grassia, you've been here. You've seen my collection. I think some folks here have seen some of my collection that I have, but this is an awesome thing. I'll give you a little clue here. That was a horrible clue. That was like,
I know what you're talking about, though. You told me about this one.
Houdini! Look at this monstrosity that I purchased.
That's awesome.
This is a sand crawler, and it comes with a little Jawa. And we'll show everybody a little Jawa and a Gonk droid, and it's gonna look awesome when I get my Razor Crest. Which we should do a live unboxing with the Razor Crest.
Go for it, man. That'd be great. I'm just looking for something. I'm here. Don't think I disappeared.
So Grazia, I'm going to ask you, since you got that pillow back there, right?
Yes.
So I mean, I guess it's good to go with you because you might help me get on the rides early, right?
My back is better. I'm just using it for safety precautions, dude.
Because let me tell you, one of the things that you know, they don't have Easy Pass right now down at Disney World.
No, they don't.
You know? But if you have something wrong with you, you can get they have or not. I don't want to call it Easy Pass, Fast Pass, right? Easy Pass
Yeah.
here. Then when you see the poster, Sarah Jane, yeah, I see that. Which is confusing to me because they say it's not Fast Pass, but it is.
Yeah.
So I was just a little baffled by that. But,
well, that was something they used to do. They always, like if you had a party with a wheelchair, they would always move you to the front so you didn't have to wait online. And they did that years ago. They stopped doing that, and when Fast Passes were introduced.
But you know, honestly, I hate to say this. I think, and please, if someone from Disney's watching this, don't get angry with me. But again, you don't know me. And I love Disney things, anyways. But you know, I feel like you would think with everything that's going on in the world, they would want to have the Fast Pass available to move people faster through the parks.
I don't know, you know, that makes sense, but I think they're also working at a lower cast member rate right now to have enough people there to do things. I don't know.
People are still standing. There's people standing at the standby, and there were people standing at the Fast Pass, even though there was no Fast Pass, to let the people in who were in wheelchairs or whatever.
Yeah.
And again, this is just my opinion. Part of me feels, listen, they were shut down for how long, right?
A while. I don't remember. Yeah, but
so economically, is it better to have the Fast Pass where you can breeze through the park quickly, or is it economically better to have you stand at Splash Mountain for 100 minutes? Because now, guess what? I'm spending 100 minutes at Splash Mountain, 100 minutes at the Seven Dwarfs. You know what? I'm gonna have to spend an extra day.
Yeah.
You see, that's just my opinion after being there, because truly, and I first went down to Disney in like 93-ish. Had to be like 92, 93. That's when I got like those Muppet pins, because Muppet Vision 3D had just opened.
Yeah, I went down in 92. That was the first time I saw it.
You know, and then I went down in 95 a second time with my senior class. But anytime, like really after 95 on, like I never had to wait like the amount of times for some of the rides.
Yeah, it's
you know,
it also depends the time of the year you got. Like you went in.
But I've gone in the summer.
But in the summer is everyone's off from school. When I like to go, I'll tell you, I got married in September. I like to go in September for our anniversary. The reason is because it's not as crowded. All you got are kids who are either after school, and you got some Europeans coming here on vacation.
Which isn't happening now.
What?
Which probably is not happening now.
Yeah, probably not happening now. So I like to go in September. You know, going in October is fun if you're going to go to the Halloween, you know, whatever party they have.
Well, guess what? You can start that now because there are pumpkins up yesterday.
I'm sure. I haven't been back. You know, the first time I went, like I said, in '83 was in February. I would love to go back in February. A couple of reasons. One, cooler weather.
Okay.
Number two, my birthday's in February, so I have always wanted to go back for my birthday. And I'm hoping to do that in a couple of years, because, you know, this trip, like I said, we're planning in November, but this trip's a special trip. For those who are unfamiliar, there's a group called the D23. You can sign up. It's like I think a little over $100 a year to join. And
not the 33 cult, because I read about them too.
No, D23. And you know, you get offers on special things, and we bought. There's a thing called Destination D23 happening in November.
Okay.
And you have to buy tickets to get in. So, you know, when you wait, when you sign in, there's a you know, you wait online, and then the website will bring you in. The ticket sold out in under 30 minutes for this event. Great. I was lucky. We got in. We were waiting. We were seeing our line move. We got in 14 minutes. All preferred seating was sold out by then, so we were only able to get general seating, which I'm thrilled for because I wasn't going to pay the extra like $100 or whatever for preferred seating. But 10, 15 minutes later, it's all sold out. So what this is, it's an event where it's almost like I don't want to call it a convention because it's not really a convention, but you hear like Imagineers come out and talk. They talk about the parks. They talk about different things. So it's going to be at the Contemporary for 3 days, and it's 3 days of just learning about more and more about Disney. And they said they'll have some surprise guests and they'll have some other events and stuff going on, but we've never been to an actual D23 event. We've been during the pandemic. D23 stopped doing the events, and what they would do is they would do special videos that were only available to D23 members, and I'd say 2 of them about 6 months later came out on Disney Plus. But so it's like we got to watch stuff like that earlier.
Well, and I know you're talking about that D23. Our good friend, Noel McNeil, Bear in the Big Blue House, and I'm just going to put the link up here now. So there's an organization down in Florida called Give Kids the World. And I was telling you about this.
Yes.
So they're doing an event in September called Diz. Here's their way around it, right? It's called Diz, D-I-S Family Reunion 2021, and it's benefiting Give Kids the World.
That's awesome.
And it's being done at in Galaxy's Edge. And I'll just tell you this much.
Yeah.
And it's September 9th through 10th. So go check it out. I just put the link is up there now. And it's a convention, which is really cool. And I'll just tell you this much, because Give Kids the World was one of the I don't want to say sponsors, but when they got some of the proceeds to the MMC 30 event that they did down in Disney back in 2019. Right? Was it 2019? And the fact that they're doing this event there at the Galaxy's Edge is really cool, because when we were walking around Epcot, one of the pavilions there, that's where they had the MMC 30 event. But again, this is benefiting it, but some of the people that are going to be there, I'm on the website now, check it out. Pat Sajak is going to be there. Jodie Benson, the voice of Ariel. Linda Larkin is the voice of Jasmine. John Morse, who's the voice of Andy. Okay. And as I mentioned, our good buddy Noel McNeil, he's going to be there. And because they're doing a Bear in the Big Blue House reunion, so it's Noel who is Bear. He still is
Bear.
Check him out. Exactly. Check him out on Cameo and stuff, our good buddy Noel. Yep. But he's going to be joined by Peter Linz, who was Tutter and Pip. He's also currently Ernie and Harry Monster on Sesame Street, and he was Walter in the 2 most recent Muppet films. The new character, Jason Segel's brother, Walter. Tyler Bunch was the voice of Trilo, and he's on Sesame Street and a whole bunch of other characters. Vicky Eibner, who is Ojo, the little bear. And then Jim Krupa, who's an amazing, he's a puppeteer, but an amazing puppet builder too. So he's going to be there. And then of course I must plug, because they'll be there too. There will be 8 of the Mouseketeers there, nice. And and Chase and Hampton, Dale Gabolo, they were the guys that did the MMC 30. So they really worked with Give Kids the World. So they're awesome people, but also the other folks that'll be there. Great stuff too. But there's a lot of people, and it's a very Disney thing. So check that out. And
that's cool.
And you don't have to be a member of D23 to do that. So that's a cool thing if you're there. Let me show you another cool piece of information memorabilia that I found, and this really ties to what Joe Ryan was saying. So if you want to order, I still have it sealed. I didn't even take it out.
Nice.
So like there's just so much crap it is crap that you can buy at Disney World.
Yeah.
I hate to say that, but it really is. There's a lot of stuff you can buy. And some of it you can order online. At like Shop Disney, or you can finagle your way like this stupid Jawa thing that I bought. Like I've been looking for that. I saw it listed. I was like, oh my god, I need to get that. You know, so that was like I got it. We got there Sunday, and I was like, all right, cool, I'm ready to go home. You know, so my trip was done. No, because you can't order. It's not on Shop Disney.
Yeah.
You know, because you have to be like savvy to find stuff. So this next thing, there's a restaurant over in Epcot. It's called the Regal Eagle. You know, so hint, that was like the way I did the Regal Eagle. You know, I did that for a purpose. And you know, like, and it's a treasure hunt. And so I saw online people were selling pint glasses from the Regal Eagle. So pre-pandemic, I called. I was like, "Is there a way to order one of these things?" They're like, "No, you have to go and buy it at the park." Let me tell you, finding it at the park was a major pain in the booty. Major. So I went to the Regal Eagle, and it's right next to. It's in the American Pavilion over there at it's a steakhouse, but it's not a. It's like one of, like, you know, you go in there. Oh, I'm gonna get ribs, and you get.
It's a quick service. It's not. It's not a sit down. Yeah.
Correct.
Which, by the way, just so you know, there are people who live in Florida and go to Disney and buy stuff for people and ship it and just charge you a little extra fee.
No, yeah, exactly. So I get to I go to the steakhouse, and the older woman who's there, she's like, I don't know what you're talking about. It's like, okay. So then I go, they have like these little trolleys in. So there's like these little, I would say trolleys, these little like kiosk carts, whatever you want to say.
Yeah.
There. So there's those. There's like there's like 2 or 3 restaurants, so like takeaway restaurants. There is like the American Experience, which I'm not going to sit and watch. Like, I'm not going to Disney World to watch like a 20-minute movie. We go on rides. And there's an Art of Disney store there.
I love that store.
And a bar. Right. So I go to the older woman who's there. She's like, I don't know what you're talking. I have no idea what you're talking about. She's like, why don't you check the kiosk? So I go to the little kiosks. No idea. I go over. I'm like, you know what? Because what I'm looking for, it's used for alcohol. So let me go to the bar. The guy like, oh, we used to sell mugs and we just put a sticker on it. And maybe that's what you're looking for. I'm like, no. So then the guy goes onto his phone. He's like, oh, here's what he's looking for. It's like $54 for 2 of them. I'm like, I'm not paying $54 for these stupid things.
Yeah.
So finally they say, go to the Art of Disney. Why the Art of Disney? I have no idea. So I go in there, and these two great cast members, because everybody's a cast member down there. I'm like, they're like, what's up? And I'm like, I need your help. And they're like, what are you looking for? I'm like, Regal Eagle. The guy's like, what size shirt do you? I'm like, I don't want a shirt. I said, I want the pint glass. So buried in like a corner there, they have some shirts. They have like a keychain. They have a hat, and they had. I'm gonna give myself the full screen again.
I look forward to seeing
the Regal Eagle, and you see why it's called the Regal Eagle. Where is it?
Of course, yes, right there.
And the Eagle, which is why I had to buy it. And I collect pint glasses too.
That's awesome.
But so to what Joe Ryan was saying, even when you're in the park, sometimes it's work to find an item, and it was $14.99 for one, not $54.
I had that issue getting mugs. I have the entire Disney afternoon mugs, and I need one, and I went into one of the stores, and this was at Animal Kingdom, by the way. It was the only place I was able to find them until I went to my hotel that one night. And they only had, say, Tailspin. I'm like, I need DuckTales. That's because Scrooge, and it's one of my favorites. I'm like, I'll buy them all if I can find them all in one place. I'm not just gonna. And I found them I forgot where it was. I think it was the first store in Animal Kingdom. On my way out, we decided let's stop in, and they had all 4. So I'm like, okay, let me go get them. And
that's kind of one of the rules there too. Is like, if you see something, you might want to buy it when you see it.
Yeah.
Because let me tell you, with the stupid droid, the sand crawler, the Jawas, right? So I go because here's the cool thing: you go to Disney, you can ask at the hotel. Like if you know what you're looking for, like I knew I was looking for the stupid sandcrawler. I should have asked about the pint glass, but I knew about the sandcrawler. You know, at the hotel, like they have a little bit of everything. In the gift shop, I said, "Can you tell me? Does anybody have the sandcrawler?" Right? And of course, and this is their way of ensuring panic in me. So the girl at the little store in the hotel is like, she's like, "Well, they have it down at Disney Springs at the Star Wars Outpost, but they only have 12. So I don't know if they're going to have 12 when you get there." and of course, you know, I went into one outpost. There it was. There are two Star Wars outposts at Disney Springs. And guess what? Guess what? Both of them probably each had 12.
Yeah.
Then we got to the Disney Hollywood Studios the next day, and the thing outside of Star Tours and in Galaxy's Edge all had this item. But for like that, the panic was ensued in me because I had to get my stupid thing.
Yeah, I had a lot. Did you ride Rise of the Resistance?
I did.
What'd you think of it? Now, let's not spoil for anyone who's never been on it.
Well, hold on. Before we do that, I just want to show you how awesome I am, Gross.
Okay.
Because the first ride we got on, the very first ride at Disney, I took the helm. There I am.
That's nice. I was there too. That was my seat.
Or did you be? Were you like one of the gun? I would hate being a gunner.
Me and Janine were in the front. We were there.
All right, that's
I was in your seat.
I would have been so annoyed if I was a gunner. Like, what's the point of being the gunner? I don't want to be the gunner.
Yeah.
You know, like nobody should be number 2.
But when I went, I had a group of 5. You know, it was me, Janine, it was her sister's husband, and our nephew. So we were one group going in alone. You know, when you go, they give, you know, they hand you out this is what you are. And
they didn't do that. Just, well, I mean, probably because of COVID. Okay. But they said you just go. You're both the pilots. Okay.
All right. Cool.
I said to Dawn, I'm sitting in Han's seat.
That's what I told Janine. I'm like, I'm in Han's seat.
That's it.
Yeah.
And like honestly, so Dawn was my Chewie, and I was kind of like yelling at her to punch it and stuff like that.
Yeah, I did the same exact thing.
So, you know, and she's like, but you're a terrible pilot. I was like, no, you weren't listening. But yeah, and then but I don't know for you, but was Rise of the Resistance as a big a pain in the butt for people as it is now? Because it is a big pain in the butt. Just there's a spoiler for you all.
I'm not going to spoil it, but there is annoyance in it, and one of the things that I don't like.
Well, I also got half the experience too, and we can talk about that off air.
Yeah, what I don't like is everything's based on all the new Star Wars.
Well, there's that.
But I thought the concept behind Rise of the Resistance was awesome. I thought it was a great concept. The problem is I don't like the new movies. And I didn't want to be thrown into that world of Star Wars. Like when you're on Smuggler's Run, which was the Millennium Falcon ride.
You're still in that generation. Spoiler, Han is dead.
Yeah, but on that one though, you're doing a Smuggler's Run. It's technically the end of Solo. You know, you have to get back in the.
It's not.
It's not. I thought it was.
No,
did they change the story?
No, it's still Hondo's still alive in whatever the sequel trilogy.
Yeah,
Hondo,
no.
Yes, is that because Hondo is dealing with Chewie.
No, but what I'm saying is the Smuggler's Run ride, I thought was based at the end of Solo.
I believe it is Smuggler's Run. I believe takes place in now. See now
I
we
have to look that up. I have to, but
doing that right now. When does Smuggler's Run? Look, this is like the dumbest question.
No.
When does Smuggler's Run take place?
Yeah,
Jesus Christ. May 31st, 2019. Yes, that's when it's open. Thank you so much.
But I will say this: I never will go on it again. Not Smuggler's Run, Rise of the Resistance. I'll never go on Rise of the Resistance again unless I'm with someone who's never been on it. I don't need to ever do that ride again. Well, it was cool for one experience, but I don't need to do it again.
Well, the thing with it is, Yeah, see, no, here it is. Look. Smuggler's Run is an interactive ride with every guest having a role in the mission, lasting 4.5 minutes. The ride takes the guests on a mission led by Hondo Anoka and R5P8. Hondo Anoka, folks, and I know Sarah Jean, you're watching this. That's voiced by Jim Cummings in the park as well. To steal precious cargo from First Order TIE fighters.
Okay, so
yeah, so Hondo.
So it's after. Okay.
Spoiler: Hondo lives through everything. Hondo Anoka.
So okay,
but
I didn't pay attention to. I mean, I liked what I saw, but I didn't read much about Galaxy's Edge because I wanted to be surprised when I went there. So I didn't read up.
The whole thing is the new trilogy. That's why.
Yeah.
And then the whole thing about Star Tours, just a mishmash.
But you know what? Star Tours I actually prefer because every time you go on, it could be a different story.
But let me tell you, I was annoyed by that because we went on it twice, right? And I mean, we don't need to. This is not spoiler, whatever.
Yeah.
So does Darth Vader always like pull you in and shoot you out?
He doesn't always, but that's one.
2 times we got that, and then we got the friggin' and I love Chewbacca. We went to the Wookiee planet twice.
Okay, so that could be a problem. There's I forget how many choices, but there's like a.
The guy told me there's like 100 unique stories you can.
Yeah, exactly, and I think the Darth Vader one's my favorite for the pull. I think that's fun in the beginning. I love when you go to Hoth.
I would have liked to have gone to Hoth.
That's a nice one
because then after
kind of teeter and then.
See, that's cool.
Yeah,
this is the first one we had. So it was Darth Vader, Wookiee planet. Then we got a message from Leia by young Carrie Fisher. And then where do we go for the? Oh God damn! Where was that? How was that mission? Oh God! Again, now it escapes me because I've had some alcohol.
Yeah, I actually.
We had Admiral Akbar, and then Boba Fett, and then Death Star.
When I went in, God, when I'm trying to think when I had a friend who worked there who moved away. I want to say I went in 2017. That was like his last year working there. We went on the ride. I got to be the spy on there. And I love the pictures they put up. You know, they find you in just they snap it when you're looking the dumbest. You know, you're just in the middle of a sentence or a sneeze or something.
It's all computer generated. I don't think there's someone actually snapping the picture.
Well, they just randomly take a shot. Before you go. Yeah. So it's like, but you're not paying attention. You're just talking to the person next to you, or doing something a little. You don't always look really great in those photos.
And did you Star Wars now too? Did you see the news about the hotel opening?
I haven't looked at much, but I saw the concept art.
And did you see the concept pricing?
Yes, I did.
$1,000 for like 2 days.
You gotta, no, I don't. I'd like to go and just walk it. Like that's the other thing about Disney I love are the hotels. I
don't think you're gonna be able to walk it though.
What? No, you should be able to go and visit and take a walk. I don't know. I mean, you might be able to. They're not going to
experience. I don't think they're gonna want outsiders coming in.
Who knows? I don't know. I mean, you're allowed to go to other hotels.
Well, no, in that case, but I'm wondering in that case.
So well, what if they have a Star Wars restaurant that people want to go to, and they're gonna have, you know what I mean? Like
you got the package.
Well, that's the thing. So you got to figure out, like I will say this right now: the Boardwalk is one of my favorite hotels to stay at. It's a 5-minute walk into the worlds of Epcot. It's a boat ride to Hollywood Studios.
Well, they now have they have the other thing now too, don't they?
Which one?
The gondola ride.
But I don't think that's to Epcot, right?
No, well, I know it's studios. Animation has it.
Yeah, no, I don't think I'd do those. But yeah, I mean, but going to the hotels to experience either it's the restaurants or just checking out the place was always cool for me. Copper Creek's another favorite of mine.
One?
Copper Creek.
What is that?
Copper Creek is more of like a old-timey Western feel, not like Cowboys and Indians, but like just a little more like frontierish.
Okay.
And
Fort Wilderness then.
No, it's not far from Fort Wilderness. It's kind of in the same area. And I wish I could show you one of the things I got, but it's in my living room. They have a totem pole when a really big. We bought a miniature only because my second favorite Disney character is on it, and you don't find merchandise with him ever, and that's Humphrey the Bear.
Oh, they have a pin of him. I saw Humphrey.
I do have a Humphrey pin too. I bought that. Anytime I can find Humphrey stuff, I pick it up.
Was that like a Yogi Bear Disney knockoff?
Actually, I think he came out before Yogi, right?
I don't know.
And
we have to
he's got the best cartoons. See, I find Humphreys to be. I don't find a lot of Disney shorts.
Are they on Disney Plus? Probably not.
No, they are. There's a few. There's the one about the bee. I think I don't know if they go under Humphrey or Donald Duck cartoons, but there's one about There's two with Donald. I know as in there. But yeah, like most of the Disney shorts I didn't find funny. I found beautifully animated, and I'm talking classical stuff. However, I've always liked the Chip and Dale cartoons. I found those hysterical.
Okay.
And I found Humphrey hysterical. So very few cartoons really pull my interest in classic Disney. Lambert the Sheepish Lion might be one of my favorite. Lambert's a fun one.
Lambert.
But a lot of those classic stuff.
Lambert.
Yeah. They don't make me laugh.
Well, and you bring up a good point. It's like, some the series you want the old Disney Mickey Mouse cartoons. Yeah. Which and I will talk Mickey in a minute. But you know what? Like you're right, and I mean you're more into the anime. And listen, I love animation. Like you're really like in the art of it, but like those old Disney cartoons don't do anything for me. Like give me like I have a handful of like Bugs Bunny cartoons that I love. Like any Looney, like there's a lot of crappy ones. Like I'm not a Cool Cat fan. I think Cool Cat's like boring. It's not cool.
Yeah.
But Looney Tunes is just like fun. There's a Woody Woodpecker short. Well, it's not Woody. It's Chilly Willy, where he's like talking about something like an ice cream or something. I can't think of what it is. Do you know it?
I'd have to know more, but I actually have the Woody Woodpecker collection in my closet, both discs. So I have all whatever cartoons they made of them.
And that includes Chilly Willy.
Chilly Willy's on there. Andy Panda's on it because Woody first appeared in an Andy Panda cartoon.
But that's the thing is like but the Mickey cartoons, there's
a beauty to them. As an animator, there's a beauty to them that I could enjoy.
Mickey's boring.
What?
Mickey is boring. For
the most part, yes, he's very boring. I remember when I spoke with Joe Wos on my show, and he put together I think I got to get a copy of the book, but it's like the 100 greatest cartoon characters. And I said, I'm sure Mickey's on. He goes, no, Mickey's not. He's like, no, we made sure to stay away from Mickey. He goes, he's a boring character. He said the same thing. And I agree. I've always agreed. I
mean, Donald, but you want to know something? I think Donald's a good character.
Yes.
But listen, but you watch, I think even with the older shorts, I think where Donald flourished, and into our thing is comics. Like I think what Carl Barks and Don Rosenthal did with him, they gave Donald life. They created Duckburg, and that whole storyline. Like you watch Donald Duck cartoons, and it's like I'm not into that.
There's a few that are okay, but the ones I like is when he's going up against not Chilly Willy, Chip and Dale. I like those when they're going up, when he's up because I think Chip and Dale work with Donald very well, but I think a lot of them are just not good. But you're right, Carl Barks. I mean, he created Uncle Scrooge. He created
that's the whole thing in the whole world of Duckburg.
Yeah, he created it all. So,
and you know the story behind some of that too with DuckTales, right?
With what?
Not with Donald. Why Donald was not on the show?
Remind me, because I know the story.
Oh well, there are two reasons. A, people wouldn't want to listen to him for 23 minutes.
Okay.
They felt that was a thing. And at the time, because Gummy Bears and Wuzzles, Michael Eisner wanted to get into TV animation. Wuzzles, as we know, flopped after one season. Gummy Bears did well.
Yeah.
Gummy Bears continued. And so after Wuzzles flopped, Michael Eisner's like, you know what? We're just going to force feed him and do syndication for DuckTales. Yeah. But because it's cheaper animation, we don't want to cheapen Donald, who's one of our central characters.
Okay, yeah. That story sounds familiar to me.
So Donald will only appear like in the first episode, and then he was in like 2 or 3 subsequent episodes.
Yeah.
Afterwards, because if DuckTales was a flop, then it wouldn't affect the bottom dollar with Donald.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that makes sense. I've heard the first one. I didn't hear the second one. I mean the second one. I didn't hear the first, with people not wanting to listen to him for 20 minutes.
That was because they were worried that, like, for 20 minutes, who the hell, and they apparently, and I have to go back and watch these. I still have to watch much of the DuckTales. And you mentioned Joe Caramagna before.
Yes.
Like, he wrote a lot of the comics of the DuckTales.
Oh, the new stuff. Oh, the new one you're talking about.
The new DuckTales, yeah.
Yeah.
But apparently Donald's voice is more clear in the new DuckTales series. I mean, it's still Donald.
It's Donald, but it's only perfectly clear when Don Cheadle did his voice.
but his, whatever you want to call it, quacking, walking, is like, Tony Antimo, who the voice is, like, he did it in a more way, But Sarah Jean writes here about watching the old Disney Mickey Mouse cartoons. I want to go back to that, because another ride is the was it Runaway Train? Runaway Train.
That is my new favorite ride at Hollywood Studios. And when I was there and right before everything happened, I was one of the first 100 people to ride the ride.
Did you get a pin for it?
We did not get a pin. We bought a pin afterwards, but the whole creative team, there was a bunch. There was like 20 people standing and like clapping and cheering for everybody coming off the ride. They were the Imagineers and the concept artists, everybody who built it. They were like this giant group, because we got there early, like literally we got there.
Take a picture with them?
What?
You should have taken a picture with them.
Oh, it was too crowded. I would have loved to.
Yeah.
But we went down and we got there early, because I don't know if you had to do it for now, but Rise of the Resistance, you had to be there before like the park opened.
No,
and we had to get a reservation.
You have to do it starting at 7 o'clock the queue, and you can do it.
And that was the thing. Well, you could, see, back then we couldn't do it at the hotel.
Now they've changed it a little bit.
Yeah, so we were there at Hollywood Studios waiting for the park to open, and as soon as me, my wife, my sister-in-law, her husband, we were all on our phones just trying to get the reservation. Whoever got it first, we're like, cool. And the first thing now when you walk in is that ride, and they're like, this is just opening. Cool, so let's get online. So we got online. We waited maybe a half hour, 40 minutes, and we were in and out. But the crowd, they only had, and they had special items that were at, I forget what store. So like we went to the little kiosk and bought a few things, and then because we were the first people on them, we were able to go, and Janine and her sister waited online for a while to get some merchandise that was only exclusive to like first day.
Oh, interesting.
Riders, yeah. I don't know. I don't remember what the heck we got. Janine takes care of putting this stuff away, so.
I mean, first of all, I am not a fan of that look for Mickey.
I get you. Yes.
I'm not a fan like that. Like that's not Mickey or Donald. I mean, I think Goofy's Goofy, whoever. But
see, most people don't like Goofy's design in that.
I don't like his design either. And again, I think it's part of like where we grew up. I like the Goofy that we got like from Goof Troop. Like I didn't like. I'm not a fan of like Sport Goofy, and I think again, Goofy as a dad, whoever his wife is, who the hell knows. But I like Goofy and Max. It's a good thing, and they should do more with Max. I'm surprised that they really don't.
Yeah, I'd be happy to see. I actually really want to see a Super Goof cartoon. I just love the classic Super Goof comics.
That would be cool.
And just even if it's a short, I don't need like a whole half hour, but like every now and then they throw out like a 6 or 7 minute short of Super Goof.
Maybe when they do Darkwing Duck, right? Who knows?
Yeah.
That'd be the place. I mean, they love doing it. Yeah. But the style of I'm not a fan of like that Mickey and how it looks.
I gotta say, when it first came out, I didn't like it. I was like, what the hell am I looking at here? But again, I guess it's me being the artist. I saw what they were pulling from, trying to bring a modern feel on the classic, and I'm talking like 1920s, early 30s classic Mickey style.
Yeah.
And it grew on me. I don't like everything about it, but it grew on me. What I will say though is we finally got funny Mickey cartoons. A lot of those were
Looney Tunes style.
Yeah, it was Looney Tune style. But that's what people have been wanting for years. We got when Roger Rabbit came out. What was it? We got Disney animation with Looney Tunes humor. And now we actually get it through Mickey Mouse. And you know what? Not everyone's a winner, but a lot of them are great, especially in season 1. The little, just Easter eggs, if you want to call them that. When I think it's the first episode, when Mickey is riding a scooter to bring the baguettes or the croissants to Minnie.
Yeah.
And he goes through the castle, and he breaks Cinderella's slipper as the prince is about to put it on her. Like little things like that I thought were fun, and they would do things like that all the time.
Yeah. Though, like the one thing, like when it comes to Mickey too, I feel like, okay, he's a corporate icon. He really is.
Yeah.
But like we're mentioning DuckTales before. Like I think Mickey Mouse Clubhouse. For lack of a better term, I think Mickey Mouse Clubhouse cheapened Mickey.
Oh, the kids show, you mean?
Yeah, I think.
Yeah. Well, they have to. They were a new audience, and it had to be, little kids. I mean, I posted on my Facebook page because I kind of liked what I saw. Oh, shoot! Hold on.
What's with the roadster racers?
No. The new Spider-Man on Disney Junior that's coming out. It's called Spider-Man and His Amazing Friends, but it's not Iceman and Firestar.
I saw it. It's like Miles.
But it's cute for kids, but it's the same thing as the Disney Mickey Mouse Club look. It's like Spider-Man if they were on the Mickey Clubhouse there. Yeah.
Well, and the one thing that and maybe this is what they should have done with that was because the Mickey and the gang or whatever, the CG in Mickey Mouse Clubhouse, right? But I think for that show they should have intentionally made them look different, just like Spider-Man and His Amazing Friends.
Yeah,
because I think the classic characters in Mickey Mouse Clubhouse look too close to what we want to see them as. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I
get it. Yeah.
That was the only because I have it over here. I think prior to that, probably the last Mickey production was Mickey Mouse and was it the Three Musketeers, which was a fun movie.
Yeah, no, it was. I have the DVD, but wasn't when did House of Mouse come out? Did that come out? I thought that came out after.
I
don't remember. I don't remember the dates off the top of my head. I got to look things like that up.
But you see, and again, I guess Mickey was cheapened even for House of Mouse. Like House of Mouse was like a cheap show too. I know.
It was a clip show.
They're gonna hate us tonight. What's that?
No, House of Mouse was a clip show for the most part.
No, I know.
Yeah, it was like, here's some things we string together so you can watch a Disney cartoon.
Oh, and there's Belle.
Yeah.
And Belle's talking to like Oliver from Oliver and Company.
Yeah.
Like, okay, we're Dragon. So that's what it was. That's what it was. Yeah. See, and you mentioned the show. You know what show I'd like to see on Disney Plus, because we did Soarin', right?
Yeah. I haven't done that. I won't.
You never did Soarin'?
I have an issue with heights.
But it's not even. You're not really flying anywhere, Grassia.
You're not flying, but it's the visual.
I guess it's fun. Well, Patrick Warburton is the guy that does the little video in the beginning, and you like my Patrick Warburton?
Not really, but yeah.
Hello there, Peter. Peter. Anyways, so Patrick, what I was saying to Dawn. So, and this is not on Disney. If you're watching us complain about the parks and things tonight, no, what I'd like to see them put on Disney Plus, starring Patrick Warburton as Buzz Lightyear Star Command.
I was about to say, I loved that show.
I thought that was a good show.
I thought that was a very fun show.
You don't have to be a Toy Story fan to enjoy what that was.
Yeah.
It was a cool show with cool characters. I don't know why it's not on.
That was a huge inspiration on some of my drawings. Actually, yeah, I wasn't not really Dax Photon per se.
Look at the plug, huh?
No, but it was not Dax Photon per se, but the way one of the things I really liked is how they kicked out the the calf into the foot of the design, especially on Buzz, and I just started drawing my characters like that.
Yeah.
But yes, but Dax has those type of feet, although he's a little bit more Don Bluth, Dragon's Lair legs. You know, that's his legs.
But
yeah.
I thought that was a solid show, and Aladdin's not on Disney Plus yet either, is it?
No, I haven't seen that. I think Hercules is.
Hercules is on there, but neither
Little Mermaid.
Mermaid's on there, but we were talking House of Mouse isn't on Disney Plus.
No, not yet. No, not
I
at
think
all.
House of Villains and House of whatever or Stranded at the Mickey's Christmas Stranded in the House of Mouse. I think both of them are on there. Yeah. House of Villains, I think, is. But that show's not on there. Raw Tunage will probably never see on there.
Yeah, probably not.
Because there's the whole legal stuff with Marsupilami.
Yeah, that's sad. I loved Marsupilami, but I actually have like the comics where he appears in, but not the Disney stuff, the original European translated.
Because I guess they screwed the guy for that, right? However that happened.
Yeah.
We're really exposing deep dark Disney.
It's all, look, it is what it is.
There. People know what it is. You know,
there's a book out you can buy. I don't remember the name of it, but it's like how Disney, you know, the evil of Disney, which, you know, I'm not going to promote or anything, but there's a book you can go on Amazon, look up, and
you'd like to work for Disney one day.
Actually, I wouldn't. I'll tell you why. Growing up, when I was a kid, I'm like, I want to animate for Disney and Warner Brothers, and I want to draw for Marvel, DC. When I reached teenage years, I said I don't want to do that anymore, and this is the reason why. A lot of those people will put in contracts that whatever work you do, is there. So even if you, like, if I was to work for Disney. And say, even if I worked,
you left Instagram.
I fell asleep there. Let me
wake up, Gross. No, what you're saying.
But yeah, they would own a comic or something. Let me rejoin here.
Go.
How do I do an invite again?
You gotta watch me live.
I am watching you live.
And then shoot me an invite.
I don't see where that is here.
This is technology at its best.
Yeah, I don't see where that is here, man.
I don't even. There it is. Send invite. Send a request.
Okay, go live. Okay, sorry about that.
But no, you're true, and we have a friend that happened to. I know somebody with that happened.
Yeah, so it's like, and I learned that in high school, and I said I don't want to work for any company that can own my own properties, even if I want to do it for fun on the side. So I never wanted to work for a major company like that.
You wouldn't want to go to Disney World like now in 2021 and be like, oh, you know what? I'm going on Plunger Pup's Great Adventure. Disney's Plunger Pup's Great Adventure.
You know, when I created Plunger Pup, when I created Plunger Pup, I created my own little Plunger Pup theme park on paper. And like I created rides based all around Plunger Pup and his characters. And there was this one where it was like you spun down a toilet bowl as water got splashed on you.
I was gonna say it'd be called like Plunger Pup, Disney's Plunger Pup Store.
Yeah. So.
And you'd shoot like little turds or something for points.
Well, I wasn't gonna do that, but yeah, that would be a fun one too.
Like the Ranger spin?
Toilet paper.
There you go.
And that's what he shoots out as his plunger. He shoots toilet paper out of his plunger and wraps bad guys up in it,
or other things. Jesus Christ. But yeah, no, I mean, like, you know, there is so much down in Disney World. We didn't even, you see, and we spent like almost an hour and a half talking about Disney World. We didn't even talk about like the other pop culture stuff.
If you want to talk about something else, I got the time.
This is gonna be a late show tonight. I don't know.
If you want to.
Well, let's recap what's going on in the world. Suicide Squad. Are you gonna watch it?
Probably not in theaters.
Why?
I'm not ready to go back to theaters yet, with my medical issue and with everything that's going on, possible, you know, other things happening, and then, you know, they're talking about shutting down comiccons and things going on. Yes. I'm not going to be in the theater. The only movie that would bring me back into theater right now is the new Spider-Man movie.
Showgirls 2.
What?
Showgirls 2.
Yeah. Okay. No, the only one, Spider-Man's the only movie right now I would go to the theater to actually see.
Well, listen, outside Spider-Man, which is a Sony picture, and you know, I just want to say, and you know, I will share this Sony wise. Plug because I know I tagged this guy the other day, but certainly, Sony. I don't care what's going on in the world, but please do not do this to us again.
Venom 2, Venom 3. No, I'm sorry.
Well, who cares? What?
No, that was a terrible trailer.
I'm going to throw this out. This has nothing to do with this particular film. Well, it does, kind of, sort of. But I bought this when I was down there because I went over to a restaurant and I said I need the shot glass for my collection. I also like shot glasses. But I got on a mission from Gad.
Oh, cool.
So nothing to do with Sony, but everything to do with Dan Aykroyd. Do not take freaking Ghostbusters away. Jesus Christ.
Yes. I'm looking
forward to the new toys tonight.
Oh, that's right. Maybe I would go back for Ghostbusters.
Maybe. Ghostbusters After is going to be amazing.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I'm looking forward to that. Ghostbusters and Spider-Man, the only two movies that I'm really interested in.
I don't know. We'll see what happens. So does that mean there'll be no Comic-Con appearances for Michael Grassia?
Well, I'm not doing any Comic-Con appearances publicly until 2022 at least.
Oh, wow.
I will be at EternalCon this weekend on a panel.
An appearance.
Well, here's the thing. Having a table at a show confines me to one place for 6 to 8 hours.
Will you be wearing a mask?
If I feel I need to, I will. I always have a mask with me. But I'm going to go. I'll be at EternalCon for maybe 2-3 hours. If I feel I need to walk out and leave the show, I will leave the show. I also have friends doing the show, so I could probably hang out at their table for a few minutes if I need a little break from the crowd and, stand behind the table away from people. I'm sure they'll let me do that. So yeah, I'll be doing that, but I have no actual public appearances. Free Comic Book Day, I'm not even showing. I'm going to go to a store. I go to the Spider's Web in Yonkers, New York. You guys,
Emilio. And by the way, I just want to throw this out there over on Instagram. I don't know if Sebastian, he wrote, "Go live, guys." He loves it. We should get together and create spoof Disney characters. Late show with Mad Mike and the Plunger Grassia. There you go.
Who said that, Sebastian?
Yes, my friend.
No.
But so you could wear a plunger on your face. That would be fun.
I actually, you know what? I almost bought a plunger hat a few months ago.
You should wear one.
I should get one just to wear.
So, and do you think New York Comic Con will be canceled?
That I'm not sure yet. I actually got approved for my pro badge, but I decided not to pay for my ticket. I'm not going to buy my ticket. I'm not going to go.
Well, it's a lot of money.
Well, it's $60 for 4 days for a pro badge. Which is more than it used to be in the past. I remember when it was free, but then it went up to like $40, and I had no problem paying $40. Now it's $60, and for 4 days, $60 to get in to New York Comic Con. I wouldn't have an issue with that. I have an issue though right now with the crowds, the social distancing, all that stuff. Yeah. Like Carl just put in the comments that the New York Auto Show was canceled, which we were talking about. So there's a good chance New York Comic Con will probably be canceled or changed in some way.
My thoughts are it probably will be. And I hate to say, I think some of the other shows might. If New York Comic Con goes, I have a feeling some of the other shows, sadly, in the fall may.
Yep. I don't know when the things will come back, but just speaking of Sebastian, right?
Talk about his show, yeah,
August 28th and 29th is In Beyond Con, which is online. It's a virtual con. On Saturday, I believe my time's 1 o'clock. I'm going to be doing a live demo on how to animate in Photoshop. So I'll be soon posting. As soon as I have the links from Sebastian, I'll be posting the links to find me.
There you go.
For that. But yeah, I don't know what's going on with cons. I love cons. I'm starting to miss them now. I did was it PalCon? I went and hung out with our friend Ray Felix. I had a great time there. And I was going to walk Terrificon last week, but my back injury, like one of the issues was I had trouble driving because of the way my back was, like having to turn to change lanes, and Mohegan Sun's a good 2.5 hour drive for me.
It is.
So I wasn't going to do that. So that's why I skipped Mohegan Sun Terrificon. But Eternal Con's only 30 minutes from me, and I have family who live nearby. So if I have
30
any
minutes.
It's at Hofstra University. As long as there's
30 minutes, that's without traffic, my friend.
Without traffic, yeah. And if I go early without traffic, I'll make it to Hofstra in 30 minutes.
All right, I was gonna say that's a drive.
Yeah, so but that's not a bad drive. It's easy. If it's traffic-wise, 45 minutes? It's not that bad for me.
True.
And 10 minutes away, like I said, I have family that live over there. So if I need a break or rest, or I'm sure I could go and hang out for a little bit with them.
Gotcha.
So.
Gotcha. No, I mean, we'll have to wait and see what happens.
Yeah.
With that, because I don't know.
Yeah, and tomorrow I've been sidetracked because of other work, but the children's book that I did, I finally a few weeks ago I bought my my barcode and my ISBN numbers.
Cool.
But the website that I'm using to publish it, I need to relay out the book. So what I did was I laid it out, picture here, picture here, picture here. They have to go what we call facing pages, so they're side by side.
Okay.
So tomorrow I'm going to reformat it to a side by side format, and then I will I'll probably have it uploaded this weekend. So hopefully sometime next week, once everything's approved,
nice,
my children's book will be up for sale.
So, and then if there are convention
appearances, I can buy copies and
you can. Otherwise, you'll figure out ways to get that out into people's hands as well.
Well, there will always be the digital version available, So.
Well, I mean, even like we started last year, again, not knowing what's going to happen.
Yeah.
But we'll still be doing our IncrediChats and all the other good things that we do here. Yeah. So I mean, who knows what's going to happen? Get your toilet paper now, right?
Actually, yeah. This is my theory. I don't think we're going to have issues with finding toilet paper, but I think people are going to be in such a panic that the companies are going to realize, well, yeah, the people are panicking. Let's just raise our prices, so people will be paying more. So I am going to stockpile a little bit just because I think I'm going to need to save some money. So. And you know what? Right now, places like Costco are don't have limits on toilet paper and paper towels. So go get your 30 rolls for $17, and there
you go. See, we talk Disney, we talk toilet paper, but you know what? Sebastian will appreciate this. It's appropriate you talking toilet paper because you're a plunger pup.
Plunger Pup's my 2022 project. That, and I'm doing for Public Domain Comics, I'm going to be doing a humorous take on public domain characters.
That's a real comic group? Is Public Domain Comics?
Public Domain Comics was created by Chris Watts, and he's working with now it's what's his name, Jay Piscopo, who's a good friend of mine, who's like king of public domain, and they're doing they have a Kickstarter up for Captain Midnight right now, written by Brian Augustin, who I just interviewed on my show on Tuesday. People will know Brian Augustin for Gotham by Gaslight. There, that's what. But he was also an editor at DC. So Mark Waid's run on the Wally West Flash back in the '90s, he was the editor of those books. So Brian just wrote a Captain Midnight that's up on Kickstarter. You guys can.
Will they be doing a Superman that does not take place in Metropolis?
Superman won't be public domain until what is it, 28?
Soon, right?
I think. Yeah. So when he becomes
looking at the public domain characters, you can have some fun.
Well, that's the thing. Public domain, and I'm a huge supporter of public domain. And just for people who don't know, there are characters throughout history who have no copyrights anymore, or who might be owned by other people, but the original appearances of them are copyright free, meaning they don't have one. And like characters, technically the Dan Garrett Blue Beetle, he's certain issues is public domain, and same thing with the Captain Marvel, the Shazam Captain Marvel. I forget how many issues, but say this is an example. Don't hold me this, but say the first 4 issues of the Captain Marvel book is public domain, right?
Gotcha.
Which would mean anything that happened within those 4 issues is open to you to use. So you could use these characters. You can't call them Captain Marvel on the cover, but you can still call the character Captain Marvel inside the book. But there are some great characters out there. Silver Streak, he's a great speedster if you need it. There's the Blue Flame, which is basically a blue Human Torch. You know,
I mean, like a character like Robin Hood, you and I can write a whole series on Robin Hood.
Oh, Robin Hood, King Arthur, almost anything mythology. The only one that's not public domain is this guy right here, Peter Pan. Peter Pan is not a public domain. Neverland is not public domain. That's all owned by the whatever the
orphanage or whatever, right?
Yeah, that orphanage. I forget the name of it. They have to approve everything. Sherlock Holmes recently became public domain over the last few years. So
you can just write away and do like,
yeah. Why do you think we had shows like Elementary and Sherlock both, happening at the same time?
Because nobody cares.
Yeah, and we had the Robert Downey Jr. movies because it was public domain. Simple as that. You could do that. Take you want to do Hercules, just don't do Disney's Hercules. That's the thing.
But now, so like Robin Hood, right? So Friar Tuck, Little John, Prince John, Sheriff of Nottingham, they're all
public. Everything that appeared in the books, in the stories, all public domain.
Wow.
I mean, we got the new movie that came out, Green Knight, which I really want to see. That's based on Arthurian legend. And all that's in public domain. So I just hold on. What's this here? I'll be showing my card to Carl at the Artists Collective in Hyde Park weekends throughout. Oh, cool!
Very nice.
Yeah, that's awesome. Where Hyde? I mean, I know where Hyde Park is.
Hyde Park's up in my neck of the woods, over by Alternaverse. Alternaverse is in Hyde Park. Yeah, no. So, wow, give me some ideas. You can have some.
You can write. I mean, you take your comic, Life's a Beach, and they can meet Robin Hood. They could be hanging out at the beach, and all of a sudden the sheriff comes in and wants to stop their fun time.
Well, same thing like with Frankenstein. You can do. You just can't be Karloff's Frankenstein.
Exactly. I will say this about the Universal monsters: who they call Gillman, the creature from the Black Lagoon. He is not public domain. But you could do a Count Dracula. You just can't do Lugosi there. You can do a Wolfman story, but I don't remember if the Wolfman is specifically in public domain because the Wolfman is one of the only movies there that didn't have a book behind it.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know how the copyrights with Universal work with the Wolfman. Same thing with the creature. The creature isn't. The creature from the Black Lagoon isn't public domain.
Literary.
Yeah, but I don't know. But the other things were based on books. So because they were based on books, the books have fallen into public domain.
It's same thing like Wizard of Oz.
Yes.
You just can't do MGM / Warner Brothers.
But also you can't do Ruby Slippers.
Yeah.
Ruby Slippers was MGM. And that was because Ruby Slippers, from what I never read the books, but from what I understand, they weren't in the books. They were Emerald Slippers, I believe.
Gotcha.
So,
but you know what? You could probably do Ruby Sneakers.
You could.
Right?
You probably could. Why not?
Purple sneakers. Why not? Like turquoise sneaker.
Yeah, you can change those colors.
Yeah, interesting. Look, we went to a whole different thing.
It's okay.
I know, but you know what? It is getting late.
Yes. You just got back today, so
we had to do this. This is great. But you open up the door. We should do a public domain night.
I'm totally open. I can get Jay on, and he'll talk. We won't even have to say a word. Jay knows this already.
But you know what we could do? Maybe, and it's funny. Who was it? Sebastian wrote about the spoof Disney characters. But maybe what we could do, some people watching, is take a public domain character and create a whole universe right there, Don.
We could.
That could be a fun.
I got hold on. You know what? Let me just do this real quick.
Not public domain yet?
No, he will not be public domain for a while. But I'll show you like 2 pictures real quick. All right.
Here, I'll give you the screen.
Well, I got to share my screen first.
Well, I'll give myself the full screen. Nobody wants to look at me. I'm trying to give it to Grassia. There he is.
Okay, hold on. Let me just open the pictures in here. So file.
You know how to do that from your end?
Well, I got to hit the share, but I want to get the pictures up first.
Oh, there's a way you can do it too. See, I'm learning about StreamYard here, folks. Sorry.
Okay, so this
domain.
Okay, so these are some of the characters. Once it opens up. Okay, so share.
Is this gonna work?
Yeah, it will. I just gotta get the window. Okay. So when you hit the button,
wow, look at that.
So let me explain a little bit. So this is what I'm doing here for public domain comics. So this character right here is Super American. He's an android. This here is the Black Bat. Now normally he doesn't have ears, but Jay's character has ears, and he's just a basically pulp vigilante.
And you're allowed to do the Black Bat with ears because it's.
I guess I don't know. That's the one he's using, so I'm doing it based on his style there. You know, this is Airboy. Now Airboy in the comics really he grew up into an adult, but I thought it'd be fun to do him as a kid. And one of the characters in Airboy is the Heap. Now the Heap is this giant, think like man thing kind of creature. But the reason I went with the goggles and propeller on his head, I really went with a Gossamer look on him, is because he was a World War II pilot under the Red Baron.
Okay.
He served on the Red Baron. So before he turned into this. So that's why I went with that. And then that character Silver Streak I was talking about. And he's the speedster. So I was playing with the speedster look. And that's his, original costume, in a cartoony style. So this is what I'm doing. And I'm taking that. I'm thinking like not just Hanna-Barbera, but like the Bakshki's Mighty Heroes. I'm like looking at all those things for inspiration.
Interesting.
And those will be the stories that I'm going to be working on next year.
It's very cool. Well, listen, but that's the thing is there's a whole world of public domain that you can mess with.
Yeah.
And like you don't have to be creative at all. You can just ride their coattails essentially, right?
But there's a lot of people who do that. Yeah. I mean, one person who recently came into the public domain group on Facebook, I think it's called the Public Domain Superheroes, is Eric Larson of Savage Dragon.
Yes.
And he's used public domain characters in the Savage Dragon comics. So he's a big fan and supporter, and he posts like it's really cool to watch what he says and stuff. But yeah, I mean you can look up, you type in like Savage Dragon, the public domain characters or whatever, and you can find covers and scenes from his comics where he's using public domain because they already have an established history that you can play out with.
Yeah.
So
anyway, that's what? Guess who just joined us?
Who joined us? Oh, Marty, how you doing?
Marty Grabstein is live on Instagram, and one of our phones is going to ring in a minute because that's what he does.
Well, he better not. He'll kick us off Instagram.
Oh my God. Good old Marty. Oh, Marty, you came in. We're wrapping up now, Marty. But
should we go a few more minutes just for Marty?
Should we, Marty? Do you want us to go a few more minutes? Oh, hold on. What is this?
Is he texting you?
Oh, hold on. Oh, folks over on Instagram, you're in for a treat. Let's see if this works.
Oh,
hold on. Let's see. Let's see. Does he have this? Folks, you're gonna hear that. Oh
my God.
Well, over on Instagram. Hold on. Can you hear us?
What's going on?
We're going on. We're going on.
Am I on?
Yes, you are.
You are on.
Okay, very good. I just happened to see this.
Well, we're having an IncrediChat here.
Yeah.
I'm very excited that Mike Grassia is on your show.
I know. Well, wow, Marty.
So is Mike.
I'm very excited about that.
Thank you.
Marty, all of your fans. Listen, all of Marty's fans, please go and like Incredicon HV and Michael Grassia.
On Instagram.
On Instagram. Please.
Please, for Marty.
Yeah. If you love Marty, you'll love us. That's how it works.
Who doesn't love Marty? Marty, Marty. And Marty, I shared with Grassia earlier. I showed him that that drink that I had yesterday that you liked.
What? Oh my God, the coconut.
Yes.
Was that I forgot to ask. Was that alcoholic?
No, it was not alcoholic.
Okay. I don't know. Maybe I don't.
He doesn't need any more. He has, believe me, he doesn't need
No, I have to say though, the drink I like down there is that one I told you that my wife likes, which I can't think, the Peter Pan float, where it's a little bit of Sprite with like I think it's lime ice cream, like a lime or orange ice cream. It's very cooling, refreshing drink.
All of a sudden, all these people are joining me. Wait.
Well, because Marty,
Marty. Once they saw you went online, it's just.
I know.
Are you kidding me?
This is Marty. This is the first time you've ever gone live.
No, but so all these joinings are happening
because you're here.
Because you're famous.
I'm famous.
You're the big maca.
I'm a big maca. How did that happen? I was just looking at all these photos. I was going through and I looked at all these photos from college when I was much younger, and I was thinking to myself, I was a good-looking guy. I didn't think I was a good-looking guy. I could have done so much better with the ladies. I'm telling you, man. I'm just telling you. It's unbelievable. I didn't think I was that good-looking. I looked at myself and said, I was good-looking, man. Crazy. It was crazy. Very disturbing. Oh, man. Hey, Gunner. I see Gunner just joined you.
You know Gunner?
It's my buddy Gunner Owens.
Gunner Owens, how are you?
Yes.
I'm trying to see who joined.
Like, wow, somebody mentioned my name. Oh my God, somebody mentioned my name. Oh wow.
This is quite the treat. Gunner says hi.
Yeah. Hi, Gunner. Very, I know I'm joking around and stuff. Very, of course, sad about Dia White.
Yes.
I'll come on. We'll talk more about that. I know, won't go deeply into it right now, but very, blew a lot of people away and a lot.
Yes.
I'm still getting responses from the fans about it.
Yes. Absolutely.
It's a beautiful thing. The impression she made on people. Just so happy about that.
She was
saddened, of course, deeply saddened, but
she was a fantastic woman.
Yeah.
Yeah. Great woman. But yeah, look, Michael Grassia. It's very exciting. Oh wow.
Yeah, you missed a fun show.
I know. We were talking about Disney World.
Yeah. I guess my phone was busy when this show was broadcast. That's okay. That I had to find it on Instagram. I just came across it. I would have come on. The fact that Michael Grassia is on the show would have made me, very, excited to come on, man. It's like a big deal. He's got a big show with comic book creators, interviewing people about their techniques. The real arty show, So, I'm telling you, you could use it. This is a level to your show, down to the nuts and bolts of what Michael Grassia is about. Nuts and bolts kind of guy. This is good for you, man.
It's always good to have Grassia on with us.
It's a lot of fun.
And then of course to have you pop on.
Yes. I feel bad for the people on Facebook not seeing.
Let me say something else. Let me say something else to the listeners. Michael Grassia has his own show, Get in Tune, right? Mm-hmm. And he does really do great, interviews with people about their techniques, about their work, artists and creators, comic book and art and popular culture art. And just a lot of good stuff that he does. But like what you've witnessed today, over this last about an hour you've been on here, Michael?
Hour and a half.
Yeah.
Hour and a half. What you've seen is a man who was just I'm sorry. What you basically see is a man who has become comfortable out there in front of the public eye. Through all of this work, all this broadcasting, there's a dynamism to him that you might not have quite seen, a year ago before he I'm just saying it's a beautiful thing. And so you guys are
Are you drinking?
Mike Grassia at his highest level.
I appreciate the words, Marty.
Oh man,
I'm a little embarrassed, but I appreciate it all.
Are you crying, Grazia?
No, not yet.
I'm looking at the Facebook feed. You look a little red.
Well, that's the color of the lights, the lighting shoot. I was red last night. I was on Catch the Craze, their 300th episode. We did a sketch challenge. There was 8 artists, and we drew everybody's character. We all sent in our characters before the show, and we all chose one of everybody's characters to draw, and then we kind of went up against each other. So I made it to round 2, so I think September 1st we'll be recording round 2. So went from 8 to 4, so we'll see how it goes.
Wow.
Yeah, it was fun.
Amy Provost is there. How you doing, Amy? My buddy Amy Provost is there.
Marty, they love you.
Yes.
Well, Amy is she's like family to me. She takes care of my son.
Oh, all right.
Oh,
babysitter.
is that the one was that the one I met at your house?
You met? Well, there were 2. Did you meet 2 people?
I believe so.
Well, because there were 2 of them, and they, and they were both there, and they both take care of my son, and they're the best. I shouldn't tell people the best babysitter. All of a sudden, they're going to get all kinds of calls, and they're not that great. They're not that great taking care of the kids. Shit. No, they are.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, particularly, all of a sudden, I'm getting a little crazy, right, Mike?
Always.
Yeah.
Always.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
I think I might have been needing this more than anybody else, actually. I probably needed this. All of a sudden, I'm all charged up. This is great.
But you're always charged up.
Yes.
Yeah.
You're always charged up.
So everybody who's listening, these 2 guys are just amazing. They made a really great difference in my life, having met them. I guess, what was it, about 3 years ago we met?
Something like that, right?
Something like that. And these guys are just, besides being good friends of mine, are just, really doing something in the world, in this world of popular culture. There's a kindness, there's an excitement, there's a childlike quality. These 2 guys are real adults, right? These guys are really adults. I just want you to understand that, in case you didn't know, that these are adults that are talking. There's an appreciation, a childlike quality that both of them have in their own right. And it's beautiful. It's just a wonderful quality both of these guys have, and
Dan,
I'm glad that you're all here and listening to their shows, and keep an eye out for Mike's show, and keep an eye out for Michael's show, and both of these shows, very different types of shows, both of them really, really great, and I'm going to be appearing on guys, you still here?
we're here.
Yeah, we're here.
We're letting you do your thing.
Yeah.
Walking, and suddenly I wondered if my friends were still here.
We have to let you do your thing.
On, your IncrediChat when
I don't know. I was talking to Grazia about that because we want to do a chat. Spoiler for everybody who's watching. We obviously want to talk about the late and the great Thea White. 100%. But also we want to talk a little bit about Scooby.
Absolutely.
So
and conventions. God willing. Yep.
Dan the Man. Dan the Man met you at before. Dan the Man met Marty at a convention before COVID. It was a great experience.
Right.
So.
Hi Dan, how are you, man? I'm glad that you enjoyed it. What convention was it at, Dan? By the way, you throw that out there, if you remember. I know you probably go to some of them, but which one it was at? Violet Gardens joint. It's fun. A lot of people. How many people are on now?
I'm only seeing 6.
That's all I see too.
Uh-oh. We're not that entertaining tonight, I guess.
Let's see. Can I?
Can you what?
A whole bunch of people just joined. This one joined, that one joined, this one joined.
Yeah, but they may have joined for a moment or so.
Yeah, maybe that's
Oh, Kennywood, the Kennywood show that Dan was at.
Kennywood. Oh, wow.
With our good friend Tim Bendig.
That's right. That's right.
And Steve Whitmire was there.
That's right. No, I enjoyed Kennywood a lot. That was a lot of fun, Kennywood, So, people got on and then got off.
I know.
You know what?
Yeah.
How exciting was I really just now?
Marty, you're always exciting.
You are.
It's okay. I shouldn't put myself down. Tell me, Marty, don't put yourself down.
Marty, don't put yourself down. I believe we talk to you like every day. Hey, look at that. Someone gave you hearts.
Another heart. Yeah. All right. Very nice. Very nice.
Leaves James wants to know what's up, Courage.
Leaves James. Do I know James? No. It's probably James Leaves, right? But it's Leaves James is your name, right?
Who knows?
How are you, Leaves James? Good to see you, man.
Oh, Danny says don't beat yourself up.
Don't beat yourself up. Thank you, Danny.
Oh, Leaves says don't put yourself down.
Oh, see, that's it. That's right.
Everyone loves you.
That's right. That's right.
Everyone loves Marty. That should be the new show.
Let me also explain something to you guys. I don't know about that. I'm looking now about all kinds of artists. They're in demand. I was going to say something and I forgot what I was going to say. So I'll get to it eventually. Maybe I'll get to it in the next thing. Let's leave wanting more, right?
Dan, you can reach out to me and Grassia too. So if you want to
follow me on Instagram here, and we can talk.
Yes, follow us. We have connections.
Yes.
They got connections.
We have connections. Connections. You see one of them now. This is entertaining, though. Leaves James is cracking up. I think this is hilarious.
So when I saw this, I said, "Oh my god!" Like I've in Incredicon live, but the fact that you see Grassia is on, I was like, "Oh my god, I gotta jump on."
How could you not?
Right?
Okay.
How could you not?
I'm your favorite person, right, Marty?
What's that?
I said I'm your favorite person.
Certainly one of my favorites. How do I, right? You know what I'm saying? Yes.
I know.
Listen,
you're my favorite person, and then when you're not around, and then I tell Mike.
Well, Marty, I was gonna say, when you're talking to Grassia about favorite people, the person you really want to see is in the living room.
Stop.
I don't know what just happened. Marty can play an Italian Don. You are right. Yeah, you're right about that. I don't even gotta do it like this. If I do it like this, it's definite. The Sopranos. I would have been great. I went a couple of times to audition. I got called back. Didn't get in. Should have gotten on.
Could you imagine if you were on The Sopranos? That would have been fantastic.
That would have been great. Yeah.
I should have been on. Come on.
Wow.
You know what? Though my hair never looked like this. My hair like this, I think, for The Sopranos maybe would have been better.
Interesting.
Right?
Yeah. That would have.
You might be looking at a new look for me.
You might do this to play some like mobster kind of roles.
Yeah, to play a little tougher roles. Maybe go for a little tougher. Right? No, don't you think it's a good idea?
Oh, I liked you. I like you in the paparazzi guy from.
SVU, Law and Order SVU.
Yes.
That was. I feel you just didn't have lines. Like you wrote them yourself. It was so perfect for you.
Oh, the paparazzi guy. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. Wait, what was the line we made a button up for? Sometimes you gotta put up with dicks like me. I'm like, that was just like something I think you would say normally to someone.
And then Dan DeMan would say, "Don't put yourself down."
Yeah.
Oh man.
Over on Facebook, Sarah Jean says hi, Marty. He's a big voiceover. He's a big voice actor fan.
So wait a second. So maybe there's different numbers on different platforms.
Possibly.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't know. Can they hear him on Facebook right now?
They can hear him. Sarah-Jean hears him.
Okay, because I hear a little sometimes like an echo, I guess, through one of your speakers.
Yeah. Say something, Marty.
Hey, how you doing? Everything all right with everybody?
Yeah, I can hear him.
Yeah. Cool.
So yeah. But
Who knows, right?
This is fun.
Yeah.
Who knew? Who knew we were going to have this special guest star tonight?
Yeah, that was a shock.
I just happened to be scanning stuff. I was winding things, like you said, we're getting ready to wrap things up.
Yeah.
He tells me that we're getting ready to wrap things up.
At the end, listen, Marty, at the end of the day, you got to wrap things up.
Yep.
At the end of the day. That's right.
Leaves James says Marty is a legend.
God bless you, Leaves James.
He truly is.
A lot of people joining. Yeah, look at all these people. Join.
I know, Marty, you're a legend. You need to do more of these lives.
Thank you for that.
You need to do these like all the time. You should come live all the time.
I wish my wife would tell me that more often. Legends. Am I a legend? Thank you. My son just said yes. Yes.
Oh my God, that's so funny.
Oh man. So anyway, I don't want to keep you guys on longer. I can just chatter on. You know what I mean? It's okay. You can throw me off.
I don't want to throw you off.
Yeah.
We're having fun.
Yeah, no, we are. This
How long
have you been on? Already an hour and a half now. You've been on with me 15 minutes.
I know, right?
Yeah, we're almost hitting our 2-hour mark.
I know, right? Yeah. We're wow, rocking and rolling here.
Mike hasn't done a show this long in I don't know how long, right? You usually go for an hour.
Something like that.
Yeah.
So
the longest I think my longest show was almost 4 hours long.
4 hours long.
When I did my celebration for my my 1 year anniversary. I had all these artists on, and I remember at one point, like let's say 10 o'clock at night, Ray Felix goes off the show. He's like, "I'm going. I'll see you later." I don't know. Around midnight, I'm still on, and he comes back and he's texting, and I'm like, "You want to come back on?" And we went for like another half hour, 40 minutes or something.
Jesus.
He said, I ate dinner, I took a nap, and I woke back up. And I'm like, dude, that was like an hour and a half. You were,
Wow.
So I should see. How long was that? I should check that out.
I don't know, but no, we're just all hanging out, having a good time tonight. That's what this is about, Marty.
This is what? Yeah.
That's what this is all about.
That's right.
And look at all the people psyched about, very excited for Courage and Scooby mashup. Courage is the best.
And Leaves James is saying it's the most underrated show of all time. Courage, most underrated. You know what, though? Maybe it's not underrated, Leaves James. Maybe it's not underrated. Maybe it's, maybe it's just, it's not, it hasn't been publicized. But I think that those who watch the show generally love the show. Those who watch it mostly either at least like it, mostly love it. So it's not as if they see it and they go, "Yeah, this is pretty good." It's either you love it, or, or it's not like the problem is that it's. I'll probably agree with you. I believe they have not publicized this show as much as they could have over the years, or not realizing just how beloved the show is, actually. And I see it when I see people at the conventions, when I see people personally, how excited they are. They're not just saying, "Oh, that's cool. Well, this is Marty from the Courage." They're like, "Oh my God!" They're like, screaming and excited. And it's not just because of me. I mean, it's because they love the show so much.
Courage.
Yeah.
So powerful for people.
Yeah, it was a great show.
Yeah. And speaking of conventions and stuff, let's do some plugs for Marty.
Yes, go for it.
You know, so Marty, where are you headed?
Well, August 14th and 15th, I'm going to be in New Braunfels, Texas, at the Hill Country Comiccon. I'm very excited about that.
Nice.
Really kind of cool. My buddy Steve Whitmire will be there with me.
Awesome.
I will be in September. I want to say 11th, 12th, and 13th. I will be at wait a second. Come on. Ancient City Comic-Con in St. Augustine, Florida, which is the oldest city in the country, actually.
Wow.
And then the very next weekend, I believe it's the 17th, 18th, and 19th, or 16th, 17th, and 18th. Why am I not getting my dates down? Anyway, the following weekend, I will be at IncrediCon, Erie, Pennsylvania. And September 25th.
You're going to be up here in the Hudson Valley.
Tell me, I will be with this guy's convention.
There you go. Well, we're going to have a couple of appearances in that weekend, which is going to be very exciting.
Yes, September 25th with Mike Grassia's Michael Lopez. I'll be all right.
You'll be fine.
I'll be all right. But anyway, yes. You know what it was? I didn't want to say too much because I would rather that let Mike
of course.
say it the way he wants to say it.
Well, no, that's fine. But more importantly, we should also throw out there too is you're mentioning all these other dates. September 14th is a huge date.
Yes, September 14th is certainly the release of the current Scooby movie. Straight Out of Nowhere is the title of it. Notice I said Courage Scooby because I'm Courage, so I gotta say other people might say Scooby Courage. And it will be available on DVD, and it will be for downloads and streaming on digital formats.
You know what I was
starting September 14th.
You know what I was thinking would be fun?
What?
That we could do. What we are doing right now, right? We can tell everybody to go out and either download or purchase a hard copy of the disc. Buy the disc because you need to have hard copies of things.
Yes.
But go out and buy a copy of it. And one night we can watch. We can have a live chat like this while we're watching the movie.
That could be fun.
Yeah,
that could be fun.
Absolutely.
That could be a lot of fun.
Absolutely.
Man,
I wanted to ask you, when we were talking about your shows and stuff, are you still doing cameos?
Yes, I'm still doing cameos, yes.
All right. How about you tell people how to get a cameo from you?
Right, just come on my page, just go on to Cameo. And, I think people know how to do that. I am doing illegal streaming.
No, I think no. Well, no. So James, it leaves James just to go back for a second. If we were to do something like that, we're not going to show the movie. You're going to see our faces, and we can talk.
Well, here's the thing: how this works, because people get away with this on YouTube. As long as you're talking over enough time of the movie, you're gonna block the copyrights from having issues. So you have to talk every, let's say 3 minutes as an example. I don't know.
And we're not gonna you're not gonna see us watching the movie either.
Yeah.
You're gonna see our faces.
Yeah.
So.
No, that's okay, James.
Yeah.
Don't
don't worry. We just it's good to know.
You're thinking,
Yeah.
You were coming from love, man.
Yeah.
But anyway, yes, you get the cameo from me. Just go on to the go on to my website, not my website, my fan page, and you'll see right up there at the top, you'll see that you can just click on that. It says get a cameo and just click on it, and you can get right to it from there. Marty Grabstein Courage is my page, and just go on to it.
And for those people who want to get a cameo from Marty too, let me tell you, well worth the money. Well, we're like
I could imagine.
Yeah, well, no, I mean, I've seen a couple of them. Marty, I was there once when you did one, and like you give people their money's worth and then some.
Yeah. Well, I tried to, what am I doing? Look what I'm doing here. Right, look at it. I try to create the illusion that I have nothing better to do than like here it is, like I have nothing better to do than talk to these guys. I want to create that illusion when really I'm extremely. Oh man, sometimes I wonder what it is that I'm saying sometimes.
Let me tell, but no, I mean, and Grassia will agree to this. We have the best conversations.
Yes.
We really do.
Very cool.
The best.
Our phone calls are some of my favorite phone calls.
Oh, thank you, man.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
So, on that metaphysical note, so anything else anything else with you guys going on?
No, we're just doing this.
Yeah, we're doing this. We were doing our plugs at the end, like right before you came on.
No, it's Marty Grabstein.
Haphazard Nation. It feels like a lot of people. Look at the people that are joining.
Lucifer just joined us.
Haphazard Nation joined.
This is fun. This was a treat for tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right. Very cool.
I mean, this is the best. The best.
Yeah.
Truly. Marty, I have to ask. So you said you were looking at pictures of you when you were younger.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right. Are those going to be on the Instagram and Facebooks?
Oh, yeah. I mean, I think so.
People might want to see young Marty Grabstein.
What's that?
People might want to see young Marty Grabstein.
Yeah, that's true. I have one of me in nursery school.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, I want to see that.
Now you have to see it. You want to see these pictures.
Come on, every Thursday, your Throwback Thursdays, man.
There you go.
Really? Oh, yeah, definitely remind me of that, because there's some really cool photos of me as a kid.
Well, Marty, we could. I was going to call you tomorrow or Saturday to talk about the stuff we talked about earlier this week.
Yep.
I want to share this out there.
We'll chat about that.
We're looking at talking about photos. Because now I went on to Instagram. I just went on to Marty's page, and this is a great photo. with Tim Bending.
That's a nice one, right?
Buddy Tim. and that goes for leaves James. That was over at Kennywood.
My cousin Vinny joined.
My cousin Vinny. Hey, Vinny Bag of Donuts. That's not that cousin Vinny. But
I'm wondering I should show it now. If I show it now, it's not that good.
No, you got to put it up there for to get the hits.
Yeah, wait for Thursday. Start hashtagging Throwback Thursday every week, man.
Yes.
Okay.
That's the way to do it.
All right. You guys tell me what to do. No problem.
Yes.
I obviously don't know. So, all right, guys. So listen, I'm gonna, we want to leave them wanting more, not leave them wanting less.
Yes, you'll be back. You'll be back.
Definitely.
So, pleasure being on here. Yeah, I'll show it Thursday, James. Yeah. So this is wild. I love this. All the comments come up and you just respond to them. It's like we're all communicating. Isn't this great? And
this is the first time you've done like this live thing like this?
No, we did this live thing. You and on your.
Well, we did it.
Instagram.
No, we're talking Instagram. We did that on Facebook.
You're right. We did Facebook Live, and then we did it twice. Well, here's what happened. I appeared on your show,
yes.
right?
Yes, a couple of times.
And then I also did the Courage watching the cartoon.
Yes.
Talking about it.
Yes.
And then, but I've never done this on Instagram, right? So So this is kind of cool, and I'm trying to follow. I really have kind of gave Instagram short shrift in my. I have a big thing with Facebook and Instagram, very little involvement, and so I need to kind of change that anyway. So this was kind of a good thing, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So anyway, yes, what were you saying? What was your question? Oh, you asked me. What did you ask me?
I don't think we asked you.
I don't think we asked you any question, right? I mean, Marty.
Nothing like dead air.
But it's great air. Great air. Jesus.
So anyway, it's a pleasure. I'm gonna go actually.
The people want to hear people want to hear Courage's voice before you go. Leaves James and Dan Demand want to.
What do I do? I'll save you, Muriel. Oh, my Muriel. Oh man. God bless. Loved her. Love her still. So anyway, yeah. This was good for me to get on and do that.
Yes.
John Dilworth's appearance would be cool, yes. Well, maybe he's hearing this. Maybe he'll jump on.
I'd love to talk to him one day.
Yeah. So anyway, gentlemen, it's a pleasure.
All right.
Yes, it was great.
As always.
Yes.
And it's nice talking to all of you guys that jumped on, and James and Dan DeMann and Sly Cooper. I remember you, Gunner, and all my Amy, all those people. Amy's, I'm sure, gone already now. I'm sure she had enough. It was fine.
She sees you every day.
Absolutely. So, all right, guys.
All righty.
They jumped on.
Thank you.
And good seeing my two buddies. And we will talk soon.
Sounds good.
Sounds definitely.
Right.
Yep.
See you later, Marty.
Sounds good. All right. Bye, Marty.
Well, that was a fun little treat. Now
Yeah. Wow. I couldn't. I when you said our good friend is coming, I'm like, who? Like, it took me a second to think about who would be popping on, right now, and
at 10 o'clock.
Yeah, at 10 o'clock.
Well, it was one of two people.
Yeah. And both would have been fantastic.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Anyways, on that note, we should probably wrap up.
Yes.
Because first of all, my device here for Instagram is going to die out.
I got mine plugged in. It's charging.
I know. Yeah. Fun
right,
time.
Man. Yeah, I had a great time tonight. Let's do something like this again.
I know. Just BSing and we get more guest stars in.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. So, all right. So, for folks watching on Instagram, Facebook, go to Get in Tune and Grassia. Check on that. Yep. Go to IncrediChat and Incredicon. And
let me just say on Facebook, it's getintune.net. So TOON.net. Okay.
It's one with the musical instruments like the horn, right? No, not that Get in Tune.
If you call yourself a writer, you can't even spell.
Obviously, I was goofing with you.
Yeah, I know.
So, all right. So Instagram, good night. I'm going to shut down there.
Good night,
thanks for joining us there on Instagram and over on our Facebook feeds and YouTube. Thank you all for joining us here tonight for Grassia and I. Oh my God, that was a hard. No, I'm just looking at my Instagram video.
Oh, yeah.
So it says save to IG TV. I'm just going to share this. This is like, what the hell is going on there?
I like that photo.
Holy crap. Anyways. Thank you all for joining us here tonight with Grassia. Yeah. It was a pate. Oh, good. And you know what? I have a good picture of Marty for that, so that's great. So we will see you next week on IncrediChat. And yeah, have a good night, everybody.
All right. See you later, guys. Bye.